Sorry, this is just possibly the most boring week in wrestling history. This is too late to sleep. So the reason I say that this is the most boring week in wrestling history is we have absolutely no news. If you go on Reddit, you go on Squared Circle, you look at the biggest stories of the week, there's nothing. It's all bullcrap. It's all, oh, look, Arn Anderson is great. And yeah, he's great, but like, that's not something that happens when there's other stuff to talk about. You don't just randomly pick a star who's been retired for 20 years and make a big deal out of him. 30 stories on the front page when something is actually happening. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's so boring. Well, I think it was this week we got the Suzuki Okada match, which got like 4 3/4 stars from Dave Meltzer. Wrestling is the only form of entertainment where people will watch the entertainment and wait until they find out what somebody else thought before they know if they enjoyed it. Like, the whole point of reviews is that the critics are getting stuff before we are so that they can give you an opinion and you can base whether or not to see it or hear it for music on that opinion. When something's happening live and everybody's seeing it at the same time, those ratings are not nearly as important. Maybe if you're looking for something to go back and watch, you're looking through NJPW World or WWE Network and you're looking for something good, then maybe those ratings mean something. But if you already saw it, who cares? Meltzer saying it's 4 3/4 stars is not going to make me think it was a great match all of a sudden. For one, I hate how submissions are handled in wrestling. I hate that you can lock somebody into a debilitating hold, like an arm bar, or in this case, a heel hook, and hold it for what amounted to probably 10 minutes. He probably had that heel hook on Okada for 10 minutes. That's not how a heel hook works. You ever see, who was it, Mir versus Lesnar in the UFC? Lesnar's first loss. He got that heel hook on Lesnar, and it was over. Because once it's on, all you can feel is pain, and you have to get out of it immediately before you get serious damage. That's how it works. But in wrestling, it's not a fight over locking the submission on. Sometimes they do it right, but for the most part, they get the submission on, and they just hold it. And somebody is going through excruciating pain that, if it were real, would have broken their ankle within seconds. But they'll fight it off for 5 to 10 minutes. And it is ridiculous. I hate it. It's not exclusive to NJPW. So many people in wrestling do it, and it pisses me off. Okay. But that's it. That's like the only thing to talk about. Other than Elimination Chamber predictions. So we'll get to that. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Kalisto and Apollo Crews. I don't understand the purpose of a handicap match putting the heel at the handicap. Because now it looks like neither Kalisto or Apollo Crews can do the job by themselves. Which is kind of how the booking is already shown. But if they win, then, oh, they won a 2-on-1. They should have won. And if Dolph Ziggler wins, then, oh, these guys suck. They can't get the job done. Hopefully they have something up their sleeves, because they know this too. They know this is stupid. They have to. It's not like nobody has spoken up. So I'm hoping they pull something out that justifies all this. Hoping. I'm going to say Kalisto and Apollo Crews win. But somehow Dolph ends up getting the upper hand at the end anyway. You got Becky Lynch versus Mickey James. I think Mickie James needs the win a little bit more. She just came in. She needs to be established a little bit. Becky still has a little bit of the ex-champ heat on her that she can survive. If Mickie wins, it is not clean. It is a dirty win. Makes Becky look better for having lost, because she'll live. Tag Team Turmoil. You got American Alpha, the champs. You got the Ascension, Breezango, Slater, and Rhino, the Usos, and the Vaudevillains. I know a lot of people said, hey, that's 6 teams. It's Elimination Chamber. Why aren't we doing another Elimination Chamber match? Because the last Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we had the 6-team Tag Team Elimination Chamber. I think a lot of people are holding out hope that they're going to sneak a 7th team in there, and it's going to be the Revival. I had hope for that until this week's episode of NXT, where the Revival attacked Authors of Pain, because apparently they still want those NXT tag titles. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't still do that. I don't know how far ahead they've taped. I don't know if they've already had that match. It's possible that angle is already done and they can still do this. But I don't have as much hope that the Revival is coming up on Sunday as I did a week ago. And if they don't, then I'm really disappointed that this wasn't an Elimination Chamber match. But assuming the Revival don't come up, I think American Alpha wins it. But I'm really looking forward. I'm hoping that the Ascension becomes a serious threat. I'd love to see them get a few falls before American Alpha are in it. I'm hoping Vaudevillains get at least one fall. If they don't, I'm hoping they at least look good. I'm looking to this match to really kind of revitalize 2 of the 3 teams that have kind of become jokes. Breezango, the Ascension, the Vaudevillains. I don't think this is going to be where Breezango gets it. I'd love to see them taken a little bit more seriously, which is kind of weird with their gimmick not being serious. I don't think this is the time for it. I think this is the Ascension is really going to start getting booked the way they were in NXT, or at least closer to it. But yeah, American Alpha out on top unless the Revival pops up. Nikki Bella versus Natalya. I think Natalya's got to win this. Nikki, I don't think she's going to get her next big win until she disappears. There's rumors that she's going to be taking some time off after WrestleMania. Not quitting, not like her sister. Unless she gets pregnant, in which case we probably won't see her again. But if she is taking a hiatus, then I think she loses this one but gets a nice big win before she leaves. Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. I can't see Orton losing clean going into his WrestleMania main event. Something funky is going to happen that leaves Luke Harper looking good. This is his highest profile singles match to date. He might get a dirty win, but I don't think so. I think Orton is going to come out on top. Then you got the Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. I think Naomi might get the belt, but not this match. If she gets it, it'll be her second chance, if not at WrestleMania. So Alexa Bliss is going to take home the belt this time. That leaves us with the Elimination Chamber match. You got John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Dean Ambrose. All the rumors are saying, oh, Bray Wyatt's going to win. Is he going to Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton at the WrestleMania? I don't know. I'd love to see AJ Styles win it back. I have a hard time believing John Cena is going to lose the belt so quickly. But the great thing about the Elimination Chamber is it's so unpredictable. We've had huge surprises, huge upsets in the past. But with it being right before WrestleMania again, it's so hard to tell, because whoever gets the belt is probably taking it into WrestleMania with them. I can't see Bray Wyatt going into WrestleMania with the belt when they haven't had that kind of faith in him before. I would love to see AJ Styles win it back and for us to get Styles Cena again at WrestleMania. So that's where I'm going to put my money at is AJ Styles. Not a lot of money. Not very confident in that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and say Styles wins it. Some way that's very screwy, and John Cena has all the taste for revenge that he can get. Because we don't have a whole lot to talk about today, we are bringing out Magic Smart Ball. We've seen this before. I need something. So let's see. Magic Smart Ball, what do you have for me today? What? What? I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do. That's not funny. Can you stop that? No, seriously. Guys, that's really annoying. I need you to knock it off. Stop it. Stop. Knock it. Guys, really. Really? I need you. Will you just stop? Okay. It's been too late to sleep. I'm gonna throw up some videos here and here. You know how it is. I'm gonna have a subscribe button here. And please hit like if you like the episode. I love you, Trampions. As always, cheers.